Alright, what is up, guys? We're back filming 30 FPS now again. We're both working on our cars today. Got the whole operation going on. Ty's here, he's bleeding his car. Nothing's gonna be super crazy loud. The big plan for today is literally just to do wiring. Ty's got the Chinese soldering iron cooking up right now. We're good to go there. I'm gonna get the oil pressure sensor wired in. We might do the ethanol sensor, just needs to be pretty much wired in directly into the harness, which won't take too long. And then let's see, what else can we do? The boost by gear solenoid, I guess we can wire in. I don't think that's going to be too much of an operation. And then finally we'll do the fill pump rewire kit. I do believe I have it in the car in the back seat. We will be doing that, and that'll be wrapping up the wire for the rest of the day. So and then I might go with Ty for a little test drive after his system is bled and all coordinated. So yeah, that's the big plan for the day. It's going to be pretty much just trying to dial this stuff in, check for leaks, vacuum leaks, and etc., and just kind of go through things. Replace this one, do the one in the back, do all the wiring that we need to get done, and then pretty much just check over some things today, and then we might do some actual driving in the future here pretty quick. So that's the plan. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys quickly what we're doing here. So you have your 3-port boost, Mac boost solenoid. I mean, we're calling it a boost solenoid, but it's just a Mac solenoid. And you have the 2 wires. Doesn't matter which one is which with these kind of solenoids. You just pick one or the other. One of them has to plug into the A11 port in the ECU wire harness, and the other one is just the power wire. So this one I'm going to do is I'm just going to solder it into the radio head unit wire and go from there. Fucking right in the back there. I just don't want, because I got all this piping. This intercooler and wiring and shit's all. I don't want to melt my shit. Under? Should we do under? Oh no. Right to this way? We should go in the front. We should front it. Yeah, they're about that. That's one. It's hard to get them both in here. Hold on. Oh my gosh. You got them? Got one. It's in there. Okay. More? Yeah, I think you're good. Alright. Yeah, then we gotta do the ethanol sensor today, which is a pretty straightforward process. We're just gonna cut the fuel pressure line here. Ooh, it's a little stiff right here. So we'll cut that line, and then we'll splice in our sensor and then do the wiring with that, and then I'll probably connect it to the power supply there, and then we should be good. So alright, so now we're in the car. I have the ECU part. This is going to be for the ethanol sensor. This is going to be plugged into the A&O. There's a part right here on the ECU itself. It says A&O. It's going to be this black outside wire when it's plugged into the actual harness itself. So we're going to plug this in now. Okay, so it's plugged in. So this one wire, I already cut and trimmed it and twisted it, is going to be the signal wire for the ECU and the ethanol sensor, so that way you can get a reading and make sure everything is working. So this will need to get wired directly from the front of the engine bay. So we're gonna go wire in directly with the ethanol sensor. Just do one of these sensors at a time. This just kind of sits in here. Once it's all soldered and closed up, the wire will be loomed through here. This little prong area isn't the safest, and then the cover just goes on the rest of these wires. Obviously none of these are exposed, so you don't want any shorts or anything, and this is definitely not the right way to do this, but this is just the way I'm doing it. So do not take my advice on how to properly wire things when it comes to this kind of stuff. So that is that. We're gonna grab the positive side of the fuse box. That's gonna be this left one here, at least my left, and we're just going to loosen this up a little bit. It's gonna have a lot of stuff. We're not gonna take it out completely. All we're gonna do, so the one signal wire that has the 2.4K resistor, which is my red one, I have that soldered in here, is going to go into the positive. Thank you. What is this for? The red. I'm just gonna fucking get it stuck.
Okay.
This is huge. I can't fit that in there.
Yeah, you can. That's what I did.
You did this?
Yeah. And crimp it down. Screw it.
It's not gonna fit. There's no way.
Oh.
No way. Big penis. Here, give me that one. Here's the other one.
What the fuck? His reputation.
I just broke my. I know that. I just broke my screwdriver with that one. The fuck? That's what happens when you working on rusted cars, yeah. Yeah, you would have. Is that what you're admitting?
The hides are.
The highs. What?
Yeah, your hide.
My highs?
Itchiness.
Oh, hives. At least it highs. It's like getting high. Like what? The fuck?
Dude, you gotta get your mind out of the gutter.
That's what you always
That's all you
talk
think
about.
about is getting high all the time.
That's all you talk about, dude.
God.
I have hose clamps. Are those not good enough? I was gonna say.
I got it.
I got a brand new kit.
She shows us fuel line for.
What
Put this box in here. Showed us fuel line for like a 4-wheeler.
Oh right, the clear shit.
Yeah. Like we're not gonna use that. Yeah, it's fun to crucial low battery. But I'll start.
It's dead.
Yeah, a little while before it gets hot.
First drive in the Derby that I've been in here.
Uninsured.
Are you? Got that on camera in case you were worried.
You're good over here. Cars, so it's all
Oh, that sounds sick.
Might have been warmed up. I don't know why it's blowing white. It wasn't blowing white before.
It wasn't?
Did it stink?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no more smoke there.
Great, let's clean it up. It's not too bad in here.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Smoke's pretty not okay, but you know, it's
It stinks a little bit.
yeah, sweet man. All right, so update. Ethanol sensor. Excuse me. Ethanol sensor is plugged up. We had to go to AutoZone or Advanced and get some
fuel wire or fuel line because the stuff that I had was way too thin and old, and it wouldn't have made it over the actual ethanol sensor itself. Luckily, a few weeks back, I bought a hose clamp kit for Harbor Freight, really cheap, and just gets the job done. So we were able to get some fuel line, brought the sensor in, measured it up with that, and then just kind of made the call from there. So that's where we're at with that. Ty did throw on the nipple back here for this. We have a fresh one up here for this one as well, so that one is good to go. So now all we got to do is wire in the boost solenoid, as we have that one just sitting right here. We have to still zip tie this bad boy in at some point here, but we'll zip tie that up, wire that in. We still have to wire in the one wire to the ECU for the ethanol sensor, and then that thing is ready to rip. And then the same thing goes with this. We have to find the pin out for the P28 OBD2 harness. We have to find A11, plumb that one in. This harness is a little different than my other one. We don't really have a ton of access to these, so we'll have to kind of figure out exactly which one to undo, but I think we'll be able to manage nonetheless. So we will we'll get it done. All right, so where we're at, I just wired in the boost solenoid power supply. It's a 12 volt directly. I just wired it directly to the harness. Not obviously the most ideal. In the past, I've wired directly into the ECU's power supply, which is another 12 volt source. It's just, this was here. I would have to trim into this and have to figure out which one this is, which I'm pretty sure is the red one, or I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to look it up and figure out which one is which. But the ethanol sensor, yes, so we wired in the ethanol sensor, so now this just needs to get plugged into the ECU when I am operating the vehicle, and the wire will stick through here when that is all said and done. And then once that is done, that's pretty much it. So this is always going to stay in the car now. It is directly wired to the harness of the vehicle, so, or to the ethanol sensor. The only way I'm going to be able to remove that is to unsolder that and separate the plug and this connector. So now that this is pretty much organized, all said and done, we are basically just going to find the pin out for A11 on this ECU harness, and then we are pretty much done with the main wiring of the car. Lastly, for the end of the day, we're going to do the fuel pump rewire kit, boost that up to 12 volts officially instead of the 11 or whatever. We want to make sure that we're at max voltage with that. So other than that, that is going to be pretty much a wrap for the day. So I'm going to keep at it, and I'll update you guys as we go. All right, so before we wrap for the day, we did not get the fuel pump rewire done, but we got everything else I wanted to get done for the day. We got a little confused about this harness stuff, as things are different with the different vehicle, and it's hard to remember everything that I did from my previous project. Basically, the only thing that's left, I did do some trimming to the bumper here to help kind of alleviate some things. So we do have the boost by gear kind of, I should probably honestly just tuck this somewhere not in the way. I'll probably do that before I leave, but we did, like I said, we did do all the wiring. This is wired in, this line is good, it's not leaking, we tested it. This is on, this is on. There shouldn't be any other real surprises with this. We are gonna make some adjustments to this turbo stuff so we can actually mount this intercooler to something. Like I said, this front bracket for the bumper does not stay on, and it does, or the whole brace, bumper brace, is just very loose for some reason. It's very saggy. So what we're gonna do essentially is pretty much just kind of pack up shop for the day. There really isn't much else going on. So yeah, we also got the oil pressure sensor wired in down there, so that no longer is an anomaly. We have that figured out, it's all sorted. The only thing left really to do for the evening is pretty much just kind of pack up and clean up what we have here now. Still a lot more to get done, but like I said, things are going to take more time than I want, and that's just up to me, and it's my fault. So we're going to leave things where they're at, and we're going to hope for the best. So I'm going to leave it with that, and we're going to wrap for the evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. First ever rolling shots with the Civic.